Hi guys. Hey, this Mac Talk came about really quickly. Over the past few weeks, I think we've all been noticing some reports in the news about farmers having to dump milk. And in these trying times, I mean, that's been really, really hard on farmers. So I decided we'd look into that real quick. If you find this information informative, make sure you hit the like button and consider subscribing. So I'm wondering why are farmers having to dump the milk? So some of the reports that we're seeing are saying that there's too much supply or that there's a breakdown in the supply chain because of the quarantines with the coronavirus. With restaurants closed, schools closed, they're saying that people just aren't consuming the amount of milk that they used to, milk and cheese and other dairy products. The other consideration we have to take a look at is it's springtime here in New York, and milk production typically in the springtime is on the rise. But when we go to the stores, you see that a lot of the shelves are empty. So milk supply is down, or there just isn't a lot of selection of cheese anymore. And in some stores, they're actually limiting the amount of product that you can actually buy. So if the store shelves are empty and they say there's too much supply, what is the problem? The other problem the farmers are facing is the reduction in the price of milk that's going on right now. So right now, class 3 milk is about 30% lower. Class 3 milk is the milk that's used to produce cheese and butter and things like that. But class 3 milk is about 30% lower than it was back in January. So that again is a pretty big problem. So what can we do as a company to we got neighbors are home. So, what can we do as a company or as a country and a community to really help out our local farmers? The other thing that when we take a look at it, as a country, we're still importing millions of pounds of dairy products from other countries in a month. And my question is to anybody who might be listening from USDA or whoever makes these decisions is why are we, if we have our own farmers dumping milk? So a couple of the questions that we have to address are, so what about food safety? Is food safety an issue? Are the other countries that we're importing this stuff from, are they still held to the same standards that our farmers are? Is that a concern at all? We have to take a look at the bigger picture also. So right now there's 7.8 billion people on Earth. By 2050, the projections are that there's going to be almost 10 billion people. So somewhere in the 2 billion more people are going to be coming onto the Earth. They all want to eat. So if the largest food producing nation in the world is consistently losing the people who produce the food, what are we going to do as a humanity to feed the extra 2 billion mouths that are coming up? So, but until we can get the government to stop importing products that our own guys are dumping, or take any major changes like that, there are a few things that we can do as a community to help support our local farmers. One would be to consider using more milk. I mean, there's a lot of things we can do to use more milk. Make your own butter at home. You can make butter with a food processor, some heavy cream, and about 10 minutes. And then in that butter, you can add some different flavoring. You can add your salt. You can add garlic. You can add, all the things to make that butter extra tasty. Consider having cereal 3 meals a day. Everybody buy a little bit of extra milk, and it'll really help out and go a long way. It's not going to close that gap from what we're seeing in loss of consumption from restaurants and schools closing, but every little bit helps. The other thing I want to address is that farmers. Farmers, we need to, as an agricultural community, we really need to step up and take a look at different ways we can diversify our income. If you take a look at state laws, especially New York and Pennsylvania, they're very open to selling raw milk direct from the farm right to the table. And there's a lot of farm to table, a lot of farm to market opportunities that are out there. Now, obviously, if you are selling your products from the farm right to the consumer, you want to make sure you follow all the regulations. You want to make sure you cross all your T's and dot all your I's. Each state has their own regulations, and they're there for a reason. They're there to maintain safety. And for the consumer watching this, if you are going to buy direct from a farm, just make sure that that your supplier, your farmer, has followed all those regulations for your own health and safety concerns. But as farmers, we need to take a look at different opportunities to diversify our income and take advantage of the farm to table. And that'll spread out some of this risk that we've seen, some of the major price fluctuations that we've had in the milk market. So again, just to wrap it up, guys, support your local farms. They're the guys who feed us. If you've got clothes on your back, if you've got food on your table, you know, thank a farmer. They're the ones who do it. And there are things that you can do to help flatten this curve out. So until we talk again, stay healthy and have a good day. Thanks.